Hello, I'm Vine and today I have for you a build that is actually an anti-build. And this is why today I also have a special disclaimer that is more important than the whole build itself. This empire is a suboptimal variation of inward perfection civic. Its modus operandi is anti-pacifistic and anti-xenophobic. Well, maybe not fully anti-xenophobic, but definitely not in the line with inward-style xenophobia. You have been warned. And with this out of the way, let us take a quick look at the empire creation screen, because we have only two things in here to do. First is of course to take inward perfection and feudal society civics. We don't have to take the latter one immediately, but remember to have an imperial authority for it. Second is to not take fanatic pacifist nor any degree of egalitarian ethics. First one would prevent us from going to war, the latter would block the feudal society civic. With this we can jump straight into the game. Now it's time for traditions, and here we have two must-have trees and two optional trees. Must-have are Supremacy and Unyielding. This is purely to create a strong military force that we will use to extort resources from our tributaries. And yes, Unyielding is also a crucial tree here, as star bases and defense platforms are counted when calculating fleet power. Optional tradition trees are Subterfuge and Politics. Take them only if you need a source of additional envoys and influence. We will be focusing mainly on keeping tributaries in line with military power, but improving relations with envoys is a good idea too. Also, if you wanna use the envoy route, I'm including the best political empire in the card. Most of options from there are blocked by inward perfection civic, but it's still worth checking out. Next are ascension packs. Galactic force projection for quick fleet command limit and naval capacity boost, Eternal Vigilance for bonuses to starbase and defense platforms, and Defender of the Galaxy taken as soon as possible for free opinion increase and extortion justification. From policies, remember to keep the diplomatic stance on Expansionist at all times. And that's it. Now, let's talk about actual gameplay. As inward perfection, we have only one option of vassalization, and that's tributaries. The most restrictive vassal type that allows us to set only the resources we gain for defending the vassal. We don't even have any viable option to create a federation with our vassals. So, modus operandi is simple. Acquire a tributary by diplomacy or warfare, extort resources from them to boost our economy, then expand the fleet and build more star bases with new resources and acquire the next tributary. Repeat until we can't outgun our tributaries anymore. If any tributary falls into protectorate status, integrate it into our empire and enslave the population. If tributary candidate happens to be a gestalt, conquer it in a traditional way, purge all hive-minded pops and enslave all machines. That's all. Now, time for evaluation. In multiplayer, it's suboptimal. As I said in disclaimer, this is not a viable build, as there is no synergy between empire setup and gameplay style. Don't play this in multi. In single player, it's a spit in the face of AI. Still suboptimal, but if you ever feel the need to humiliate Stellaris AI, this is a good way to do it. As for roleplay, you are a thug. Personally, I see this empire build as cowardly thugs. Somewhat as Polish dresy screaming zasoby albo wpierdol. Feel free to translate this vibe to your country-flavored thugs, because I know that everyone have a variant for this archetype. Anyway, what do you think about this build? Write your opinion in the comments and remember to check out the community tab to vote on the next Stellaris build. See you later!